Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Right, as you can see, I'm in a different room, but I needed to get this video out, so let's get into it. Arsenal versus Luton Town at Kenilworth Road in the Premier League. Last time we actually played Luton was in 1991 under the George Graham team, which had a successful period under George Graham, especially in the early 90s. So that was good, but it was a long time ago. I was just a wee nipper. Anyway, enough about that. It was played on a plastic pitch, none of your 3G stuff, sand-based. People used to come off with, goalkeepers used to wear trousers, and the outfield players would come off with scabby knees, burns up their legs from playing on that plastic pitch. But anyway, let's get into Arsenal's game in the Premier League in the new era. Right, Mikel Arteta's side travel to Kenilworth Road Tuesday night. I think it's going to be a close game. The pitch is like the old Highbury, really close to the players. The fans will be on top of the players. It will be a hostile atmosphere, even though it only holds 10 to 11,000. I think the Luton Town fans are going to be really up for it. I think it's going to be like a close game. We're not going to win 5-0 like you would think with a Luton team just up. But I think it's going to be really close. The atmosphere is going to be buzzing. Luton fans are going to be right up for it. Top of the table coming into town. It's a night game. Night games are always can be hostile. Fans will be up for it under the lights. I feel like it's going to be like a bit of a Crystal Palace place for us. Selhurst Park kind of game. Well, recently we've done really well at Selhurst Park, but before that it was really hostile. So that's what I think the atmosphere is going to be like. I think it's going to be a really tight game. And this is if we're not up for it, we've got to be 100% mentally up for it as well as physically. They got a physical team, and like I say, they're going to be really up for it. In fact, there's a lot of Arsenal support in Luton, so there'll be local fans all there, and there'll be some Arsenal fans maybe in the home section who support both teams. But it's going to be. I really think it's going to be a tight game, and the atmosphere, like I said, it's going to be buzzing. Quite looking forward to the game. But anyway, let's get into my predicted lineup. I reckon it's going to be David Raya in goal. He's Mikel's number one for sure. We've got the FA Cup game against Liverpool in the third round. Ramsdale possibly could play in that, but we'll see. But that might mean whether he leaves in January if he doesn't play in that game. Right back, Tomiyasu come off injured against the Wolves game. In the Wolves game, it's doubtful with a calf problem, so he managed to walk off, assisted by the physio, but I think he'd miss this game. He'd be rested if it's not too serious, and because we've got an important games coming up, especially in the league against Aston Villa on Saturday. So if he's all right for that, I think he might play in that. But I think Benjamin White will come in at right back. Great centre defence partnership, Saliba and Gabriel. what can I say? I do believe they're the best partnership in the league. Rock solid at the back and love not keeping clean sheets like David Raya does. Raya after the game actually had a go at Zinchenko when he lost the ball, and then the Wolves player at the weekend scored to make it 2-1. I was impressed with Raya doing that, because it means how much, not only defence, it means how much to him as a defensive unit, keeping clean sheets, which is always good. If you keep a clean sheet, you can't lose the game. Right, so that's my defensive partnership. And at left back, I was originally going to put Tomiyasu in there. I think Zinchenko's defensive weaknesses is in his game, and I feel like this is going to be a physical game, and we're going to have to be defensively sound. So I'm going to put Kivior in there for his defensive duties and his height. Right, moving into midfield. I do believe that our player of the season, and possibly the best player in the Premier League, I do think he's the best holding midfielder in the Premier League. City fans might disagree, but that's just my opinion. Declan Rice, what can you say? He's either 8, 9, 10 every game. He will be playing in the holding role, number 6, and spreading the ball about when he can, winning his tackles. Can you believe he hasn't been booked as a holding midfielder or any midfielder in the Premier League? So he times his tackles to perfection. He's up and down. He's got the legs. He's got everything. The closest thing I've seen at Arsenal to Patrick Vieira. Right. To the left of him, I was shocked when Trossard come into the 8 for the Wolves game. But because I thought Kai Havertz played well in the European midweek game. But Trossard come in, and I think Havertz will play this game because his physicality and being able to head the ball on, and he is strong at holding the ball up and laying it off. So I think he will be chosen in Mikel's team. And then Odegaard on the other side, I think he's back to his best, and long may that continue, spraying the balls around. I said earlier that in 1991 it was a plastic pitch, but the pitch at Kenilworth Road is meant to be like a carpet, so we can play our lovely football on it. Luton Town, as they came up the divisions, were playing attractive football, so I think that's why they kept a really nice pitch, so that could be up to our advantage. Right, on the left side of the attacking, Martinelli. On the right side, Saka. And up top, Jesus. How we can win this game is if we start fast, silence the home crowd, and if we can start like we did against Wolves when we were 2-0 up within 15 minutes, that will certainly silence the home crowd. I think if we get one in the first 15 minutes, that's good enough. And that will hopefully silence the atmosphere, and which is going to be hostile. And the goal scorers, I do believe, are going to be Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. I think Jesus will get his shooting boots back on and notch a goal. And it'll be a Brazilian double for the Arsenal. But it's going to be a close game. Come on in, Arsenal. We can do it. Stay top of the league. We are top league.